What's going on, my Sundaeswap friends? It's your friend Jack here, and today we have a quick Sundaeswap scoop on the weekly update from the Sundaeswap team and their technical progress. So this was posted only 30 minutes ago, and today I'm going to cover it very briefly and also go over their tokenomics that are actually completely published compared to Cardano's tokenomics, and I want to compare the two. But before we get into that, let's go over what the team has accomplished in the last 2 weeks. So the front-end team integrated the swap UI with the backend, executing contracts against the Cardano PAB, and began building the deposit liquidity and withdrawal liquidity UIs. So essentially, they're connecting the backend with the front end, and things are looking pretty good in that sense. I believe they're going to be ready, or they are going to be ready for mainnet release on Cardano. And putting these things together and putting the puzzle pieces basically to make the actual picture is what is essentially happening on the front end team side of things. At least that's as far as I can tell. Now the infrastructure team worked and spun up an Alonzo White testnet node, which is really important for being ahead of the herd and making sure they're ready for the mainnet release, and participated in the hard fork combinator. That's awesome. They also built out a set of GraphQL APIs for developers to create and fund wallets and build, sign, and submit transactions against their private testnet. So this is just them testing more and more, and they're going to be more and more ready for the mainnet release, which is great. The backend and smart contract team has been refactoring the swap contracts and working to execute them against the Alonzo White blockchain. In practice, the 16 KB transaction size limit is quite limiting right now, so they're working to optimize the compilation size as much as possible. So they're still working on getting around the transaction size limit, but I'm sure they're going to do that, and they are trying to make it smaller and more compact as they can. So the research team finally has finalized the tokenomics, which we've added to our website. You're going to see their tokenomics, they're not the best, I would say, but I do like them still. They aren't anything crazy bad. I just think the team does have a lot of 25% stake, which is quite a bit, but it's a DEX. It's not Cardano. We're going to compare it to Cardano's tokenomics, but you got to keep in mind this is a DEX. They still need to make some money. They still need to be profitable to keep up and running. And if they're providing a really good service to the Cardano ecosystem, I don't see why they shouldn't be rewarded for it, right? So let's go ahead and look here. 55% public, 25% of their team, 2% for advisors, which is kind of their team in a way, not really. 5% for future hires, which is also their team, but it makes sense. Initiative for people to join and help them, which is actually pretty nice. And 13% for investors. So I'm assuming this is going to be through the initial DEX offering, the IDO, which is going to also be in line with when they're doing their ISO, but essentially their ISO now has been restructured to be 5% of their public volume, I believe, is going to be given to the community, right? Anyone staking in certain pools, when they announce those pools, will receive Sunday tokens in return for staking with the pools. Sunday won't take any of your ADA rewards, but you can earn some Sunday tokens on top of your ADA rewards, which is pretty cool. Stay tuned for that though, and let's go compare this to Cardano. So Cardano is a bit different. The public sale was 57%, incentives were 31%, so already we're up to 88% here in basically public funds. Majority of the funds or token allocation will be public at some point, and even if the whales are part of the public, the team's only taking 12%. The team is taking 10, the foundation's taking 2. So it's not that crazy. Mergo and IOHK are the team, and then the foundation is Cardano Foundation. So there's the 12% there, and you're going to see that's the investor volume, and the retail volume and the whales volume is over 80%. So it's quite impressive from Cardano side of things. And this retail volume is growing and growing, which is pretty cool. But taking it back to Sundaeswap, this is a DEX, needs to be profitable. It is a company after all, and it's not the same mission as Cardano. Okay, so you have to keep that in mind. Now, that's the weekly update. I really like this project still, and I'm still really bullish on this project. I'm going to be looking forward to actually using the DEX and doing video tutorials on it. But I figured I'd show you the tokenomics, compare with Cardano, and just remind you guys that this is a DEX. This is not a native asset, so you got to keep that in mind too. And the price isn't going to go like super crazy on their token most likely compared to a native asset, but it will be worth a good amount of value if their DEX does launch successfully. Now, I don't really know where the price of the token is going to go for sure, but that's all I got for you guys today. That's the latest scoop on the Sundaeswap update. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you found it helpful. And the crystal ball is on back order, so I'll let you know when it comes in. But for now, I don't know everything, and this is all just a little bit of speculation along with a little bit of update on the team's progress. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you found it useful, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.